A fateful encounter in the flames. In the heart of a blazing forest in Etsuko, young Omo Esosa's life takes an unexpected turn. As the wildfire rages, Omo and his newfound friend, Blue, find themselves trapped, the flames closing in. Just when hope seems lost, a mysterious figure emerges from the smoke, the Doctor. With urgency and compassion, he rescues them, leaving an indelible mark on Omo's soul. Years later, Omo, now a seasoned barber in Lagos, senses a familiar disturbance in the air, reminiscent of that fiery day. The barbershop's whispering walls. Omo's barbershop, a haven of stories and memories, begins to echo with voices from the past. Clients speak of dreams filled with fire and a blue box, tales eerily similar to Omo's own experiences. The walls seem to pulse with energy, and Omo can't shake the feeling that something, or someone, is trying to communicate. A mysterious customer leaves behind a peculiar object, a small humming device emitting a soft, rhythmic beat. The return of the Doctor. The rhythmic hum grows louder, leading Omo to a secluded alley where the TARDIS materializes once more. The Doctor steps out, unchanged by time, his eyes reflecting both joy and concern. He speaks of a temporal disturbance centered around Omo's barbershop, hinting at a nexus of stories converging in dangerous ways. Before Omo can respond, the ground trembles, and a fissure opens, revealing glimpses of alternate realities. The story collector. Emerges from the fissure, steps a figure cloaked in shadows. The story collector, a being who feeds on untold tales. He seeks to extract stories from their hosts, leaving them empty shells. The barbershop, rich with narratives, becomes his prime target. Omo realizes that his past encounter with the Doctor has made him a beacon for such entities. The story collector sets his sights on Blue, now a journalist, threatening to erase her memories forever. A race against time. Determined to protect his loved ones, Omo teams up with the Doctor to confront the story collector. They devise a plan to trap the entity within a narrative loop, using the barbershop's stories as bait. As they execute their strategy, the boundaries between reality and fiction blur, challenging their perceptions. Just as they believe they've succeeded, the story collector reveals a deeper connection to Omo's own untold story. The power of untold stories. The Doctor urges Omo to confront his suppressed memories, suggesting that his own untold story holds the key to defeating the collector. Omo delves into his past, unearthing painful truths and long-forgotten dreams. As he shares his complete story, the collector begins to weaken, overwhelmed by the authenticity and depth of Omo's narrative. With the collector on the brink of defeat, a new, more formidable entity emerges from the shadows, drawn by the unleashed stories. The nexus of narratives. The new entity, known as the Archivist, seeks to catalog and control all stories, threatening the free will of storytellers everywhere. The Doctor reveals that the Archivist's rise was inadvertently triggered by their battle with the story collector. Omo, burdened by guilt, contemplates the consequences of their actions. The Archivist offers Omo a choice: surrender his story willingly or witness the erasure of countless others. The sacrifice. Faced with an impossible decision, Omo considers sacrificing his own memories to save the stories of others. The Doctor warns that such a sacrifice could alter Omo's very identity. Blue pleads with him to find another way, emphasizing the importance of his story to the world. Omo steps forward, ready to make the ultimate sacrifice as the Archivist prepares to extract his narrative. The power of collective memory. At the last moment, the barbershop's patrons unite, each sharing their own stories, creating a tapestry of narratives that overwhelms the Archivist. The collective memory proves too vast and diverse for the Archivist to control, forcing the entity to retreat. Omo realizes the strength lies not in a single story but in the multitude of voices. As peace returns, the Doctor receives a distress signal from another timeline, hinting at a new threat emerging. A new beginning. With the immediate danger averted, Omo decides to chronicle his experiences, ensuring that stories continue to inspire and protect. He transforms his barbershop into a community hub for storytelling, inviting people from all walks of life to share their tales. The Doctor, proud of Omo's growth, prepares to depart but leaves behind a device to monitor narrative disturbances. As the Doctor steps into the TARDIS, a familiar voice calls out from the shadows, "Doctor, we need to talk." The return of an old friend. The voice belongs to Ruby Sunday, the Doctor's former companion, who brings news of a looming crisis affecting the fabric of stories across the universe. She reveals that the events in Lagos were just the beginning, and a greater narrative collapse is imminent. The Doctor, Omo, and Ruby form an unlikely trio, preparing to face the challenges ahead. Their first destination, a realm where forgotten stories go to die, known only as the Library of Shadows. Into the Library of Shadows. The TARDIS lands in the eerie expanse of the Library of Shadows, where lost and abandoned stories linger. The trio navigates through corridors filled with echoing whispers and fading narratives, searching for the source of the disturbance. They discover that the librarian, a guardian of stories, has vanished, leaving the library vulnerable. A shadowy figure steps forward, revealing themselves as the new librarian, with a chilling smile that suggests ulterior motives.